Hello again. This is the third in a series of 4 recordings about the final assessment guidelines in KCB205 professional communication. In this one, I'll look at the last individual assessment, assessment 3B, called Team and Peer Appraisal. To revisit lectures from week 8 and 9 will be very helpful in this assessment, because in week 8 we covered document design and in week 9 we talked about professional writing. And of course, read up on these topics in BCom. As always, detailed information is found on Blackboard and in tutorials and lectures. This piece of assessment 3B is worth 15% on and refers to learning outcome number 1 and 2. Remember, it must be completed individually. Due date is in week 13 on Wednesday the 25th of October at 5 p.m. You find all this information and more on Blackboard, so read this carefully. This is also where you submit your individual document. Use the submission link at the top of the page. Name your document, your full name and student number. So for example, Anderson Anna 12345.pdf. In this last individual assessment, you are asked to apply a reflective practice approach when evaluating your own and your team members' performance in the teamwork over this semester. You do this by creating a document based on the instructions in the task sheet. This is where you download the task sheet for assessment 3B. This is the task sheet. It's the instructions and questions you need to work on to pass assessment 3B. And let me talk you through it section by section. Your first task is to create, design and format a professional document. The document you submit will be very short, but all requested sections must be included to prove that you can create, design and format a professional document. All instructions on how to do just that are presented in the week 8 and 9 lectures. As said before, week 8 covers document design and week 9 focusing on professional writing. So it's basically the same instructions as for assessment 3A, but it means that your individual document must also have a professional title page, table of contents, correct pagination, and be professionally formatted. In question 2A, you are asked to use Tuckman's model to explain how productivity and team morale developed in your team over the semester. If you only give a generic presentation of Tuckman's model, you will score 0. In question 2B, you must answer all 3 questions with a strong connection to your KCB205 team experience this semester. If you only give generic presentations of constructive feedback in any team situation, you will score 0. The last piece of this individual assessment is a self and peer appraisal. How well did each team member perform in the team over this semester? So only reflecting on, for example, a team member's writing or oral presentation skills will score you 0. The observations must be from a concrete teamwork situation you have experienced over this semester in KCB205. And apply a reflective practice approach, and I will get back with detailed information about what a reflective practice approach is in a separate recording part 4. For each team member, including yourself, give a score out of 10 and then justify this score by giving examples of key strengths and weaknesses for this person in your team situation. Finish by identifying one new learning or recommendation for each person. The word limit is 100 words per team member. Stay within the word limit. So this section will look something like this. At the bottom of this Blackboard page, you find the CRA sheet for this assessment. Your scores for Assessment 3B will be presented on the same CRA sheet as your team document, but on a separate and second page, and it will look like something like this. As mentioned earlier, this last individual piece of assessment is worth 50% of the entire unit. This is the end of part 3. We can discuss these points in more details in the next lecture in week 11 or in the upcoming team consultations and tutorials in week 11 or 12. Remember, due date is Wednesday the 25th of October at 5 p.m. Good luck.